Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an alcohol stove out of a couple of soda cans. What I'm going to need is the bottoms off of 2 soda cans and part of the aluminum from one of the cans. So to start with, this is what they look like, whatever. Alright, well, get yourself a knife or something like that and poke your hole and kind of work it around. And what you're going to end up with is a hole like that, where you can see all the way through it, right there at the bottom. Alright, then you're going to, that's going to be one piece. And then score your line to get your second piece. Sometimes you have to help it along a little bit. Alright, there you have a bottom and a top. Alright, and what I like to do also, what I have found is, what is that? I think this is a peanut butter jar or whatever. Happens to fit right in there. Makes it a lot easier get that score line like I want. Alright, and you'll end up with a piece that long. Now, if you look, you can see that's just a little bit longer than these. Those are going to be the same size. And what I do is cut a line on it. On the top piece here, get that where it fits in there nice and snug, like that. What I do, made me a mark there so I remember where that is. Alright, and from this point, what I do is what I use is gasket maker, high temperature stuff, and I'm going to use this for a sealer and a glue at the same time. So I'm just going to put some right here kind of work that around and get it back up to my line here. That's where it's gonna be. See how it fits in there like that. What I do is an extra step just because I'm kind of like that. So I'll put a bead right in here. See, like that? See what I'm going on? Alright. You've pretty much got it whipped now. Now, this is also, I do this. I don't know if anybody else does it or not, but what I do is I take some insulation, kind of like acting like a wick. See what I got going on here? Also, while I have it in this point, you see how this edge right here, what I do is I just crimp that down. Alright, and then on this bottom, what I do is kind of just make some little bends in the metal or in the aluminum. kind of like that. So you end up with something like that. Alright, and what else I do also, just some more sealant. Like that. Now this is going to be a tight fit anyway, so you almost don't need that sealant, but it's a nice step. You know, keep sometimes that happens too, but you can. Kind of spread that around. That's just me. I like to seal it off pretty good and make sure I don't have any leaks in it. Because that's what I don't want, is a bunch of leaks of fuel while everything's on fire. So yeah, I just kind of work that into the groove there. Alright, there you go. That's that part of it. And from there, poke you the holes all the way around, and you can sand off the logo and all that other stuff with sandpaper, and you'll end up with something like that. See what happens, you fill it up right in here, that's your reservoir, and that insulation I put in there will help soak that up, and when you light it in here, it warms up that fuel where it starts jetting the fumes out of the holes, out of these holes. And this will hold enough fuel to burn probably about 15 minutes. And you figure 3 or 4 minutes to boil a pot of water. You can boil about 3 or 4 pots of water with just this filled up, running the whole time. And yeah, so that's my soda can alcohol stove.